Live? Are we live? Ooh, we're
Well,
live.
hello.
What is going on, people?
Hello. Oh,
Hey
Oh,
y'all, are we live
uh-oh.
streaming already?
What's going on?
hi.
Sorry,
Hey.
I was just writing in my newly found reflection journal and got lost the time there. Sorry about that, y'all.
No, you're good. So when did it come in? Did you get it yesterday?
Last night at like 7:00. Yes, sir.
Oh, what do you think?
Oh, it feels so good in the hand. I'm like, it almost feels like a coloring book in a way. Like, I'm super
I
excited.
said the same thing.
Yes. Hold on, I got to put Jen on top because I always hold y'all up. You know.
Yes, yes. You're the wind beneath our wings. Love it.
What's going on? What did I miss? What did I miss?
We just went live. What's going on, people? How we doing
Hello.
out there? I'm not sure. I'm trying to pull it up on my thing. You know, I have so many events. It's hard to keep track of. You know,
And so many
social
like
media
people
life.
following and wanting to be a part of everything you're doing and stuff. So it's like, yes.
Well, there it is.
There we go. Your background just went. Da-da-da-da.
Yep. Sorry about that. My boots are kicking.
Boom. There we go. Now I can
Is
see.
there a conversation this week or something, Jesse? Isn't that why you do these pop-up things?
Yeah, we have a live stream on Saturday. We're talking about self-imposed expectations.
Mhm.
Ooh, I feel set up.
Look at that. Look at that.
Whoop,
Buddy
whoop.
coming in. He says, dang it. You caught us, buddy.
Caught
We
us.
just started. Oh, look, and we got Miss Holly. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning,
Says,
Holly.
Jess and Jen.
And
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about self-imposed expectations. And actually, I think, oh, shoot. I just forgot his name. Jim had posted a question like, what did he say? Let me find it. Y'all keep this going while I
Is
find
Jim
it.
Guntorius that you're talking
Jim
about?
Guntorius, yeah.
I love that guy. He's
awesome.
Oh yeah.
He said self-imposed or self-exposed expectations.
Whoa. That's pretty deep.
Whoa, that's a whole nother level.
That's what I said. We might need a part 2 for this one.
I'm just glad I can stay behind the camera for this one. My goodness. That's
oh yes.
Yeah, we may reference you though, so you may have to pop in just to defend yourself. I'm just gonna say.
I'll be
texting, making the comments in the chat. So Jen, like I'm gonna blame you for this this subject because it was your thought about having this conversation around self-imposed expectations.
So you and I were brainstorming on what the topic needed to be. And I think every time we have a live stream, we have an after party. And so we had one a couple weeks, I think 2 or 3 ago on performance reviews, which was great. We had a lot of content and a lot of conversations. And then we had the after party. And in the after party, as always, it just blows up and goes a lot of different directions. So usually that's when I'm taking notes because I don't have to talk so much. And in that, usually when people are talking about things or conversations go down rabbit holes, I start taking notes. And one of the things I had in my notes was these self-imposed expectations and how they can limit us, how they can help, redirect us, but also how it limits maybe opportunities and things that we can accomplish because we're so focused on, things that are inside our head. And for me, it automatically goes to the waste of overproduction because in our mind, we think, here's all the things that I can do. Here's all the things I need to do. And yet no one's asked for them or no one said, here's my expectation of you, just because of how we perform and how we show up and how our brains work sometimes. I think we push ourselves way harder and have those expectations, but they can limit us in other areas. So that was where it came from.
What do you think about that, Adam?
Well, for some reason, the words conditions of satisfaction are like bouncing around in my head. And beings that you two have actually recently got on to me for having kind of these self-imposed expectations. I'm super excited to tune into the conversation and learn a little bit. Because again, like you said, these are things that we have in our mind that maybe not other people have these expectations of us, but these are these are self expectations that sometimes can never be met. And at least, that brings me just a whole wave of emotions into me because, coming up as a child, I could never meet the expectation that was set for myself. And then that was reinforced as well just by my father. And so, it gets pretty hard to, again, there's a balance there, right? You've got to have some self-imposed expectations. I don't think those are bad whatsoever, as long as they're balanced with the fact that if you don't meet them, it's not the end of the world, right? We still want to challenge ourselves, but we don't want to have, I don't know, it's kind of this balance of the expectation cannot be set too high, but we still need to set an expectation to continue to get better and improve ourselves.
Yes.
Man, I think
I think he needs to be on the show. What are you talking about?
good. Adam and Jen.
What about you, Jesse? What are your thoughts on that topic?
Well, so, the word balance, I always struggle with the word balance because I just see equal. And I don't know that it's a balanced thing. I think of it in terms of healthy, right? Like when my self-imposed expectations turn into unhealthy outcomes, meaning I'm not taking care of myself, my focus on nutrition is off, exercise, sleep, that's all off. Looking at them like, I do have to examine where's this expectation, this performance expectation coming from? And like right now that it's happening and I'm managing it because the pain is acute. It just recently happened. Like I have a lot of ideas that don't exist right now. Nobody cares and nobody asked for them. But I decide, hey, I want to do this thing. And I set a deadline for it or a target date for it. And I go pursue that. I mean, that's part of, I think, what makes me successful. But when it causes me to neglect the other important things, then it's not a healthy situation. And so that's really the thing. It's a matter of introspection to saying, okay, I am trying to, and it was actually my therapist, Daniela, who helped me see this. Like even when there has been an ask, like somebody made a request or assigned me something, what they asked for is less than what I'm actually working to deliver. And that's where the waste starts coming in and the unhealthy behavior starts coming in, is that's not what they asked for. But I want to give them this, or with my crazy ideas, nobody's asking for that. But I got to make it happen. And when it's at the cost of my health and wellness, then I really need to think about it. So for me, that's why it's an important topic is, yes, we're high performers, we're world changers, we're change makers, and that is absolutely vital and important, but not at the risk of my health and wellness. And so being able to reconcile whatever these expectations are and really do a deep inventory about where's the expectation coming from? And like Adam was showing off with his conditions of satisfaction, right? Getting clear on what that is, especially with external asks, can help me maintain the healthy elements that are necessary for me to continue functioning and delivering value. Because
the balance part is, I mean, I that makes a lot of sense to me, because we're balancing a lot of things, and in our mind it's like this or this. No, it's like a whole lot of things. But the balance of those, and we talked about it before, uncommunicated expectations, so things that are not even out there in the world yet somehow we've imposed them on ourselves. And then
or others, Adam.
I've done that a time or two, yeah. But now they're communicated. We must meet them now, right? We have to meet the expectation now. It's communicated.
So that's a huge one, and just and having some self kind of reflection, but also having those people around you that can kind of call you out on some of that and question it and kind of push you a little bit. Adam, you don't know anything about that, right?
I've been so uncomfortable our last 3 conversations. It has not, like, I'm fearful for my well-being right now. Miss Jen's been up and moving and rolling. No, but it has. I mean, it's opened my eyes tremendously to, again, I'm doing a lot of things right now between running a business, going to school, like all of these things, and the way y'all were able to just break it down and say, who wants that, right? Who's expecting that, or why are you doing that? Like those are things that I don't think we often examine internally. I think a lot of times the examination is externally, and so yeah. I'm excited for this conversation. I think it's going to be a good one, as always.
It is going to be a good one. And because I'm going to be on an island, fishnet attire is 100% approved. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, like some announcements, right? We got, I don't know, the second episode of our interview on the Lane Foundations podcast is out.
Yes.
It's out right now.
Yes.
What'd you think about our conversation with Davis and Walker, Jen?
Well, they're amazing. So let's just give them a shout out because they're just the stuff they're doing and where they are in the industry and what they're trying to do for the next generation of builders and just people coming out of college and they're just doing so much amazing stuff anyway. And then they invited us on to talk about the book. And I love because we get on and we don't really have a plan. And then some of the questions start and the conversations start and then how it melts together, which was awesome with that conversation with them. And I think because we hang out a lot and we kind of talk a lot, it just was like we're all sitting around the table just having a chat.
Yeah, it was a good time. It's a 3-part series. I think the third part comes out next week. And then I had like an extra special treat on my walk this morning. I got to hear Adam like publicly say control is an illusion.
I use that one all the time. I came up with that one just like I came up with people just want to matter. And those are things that I just got those in my back pocket. I don't know where these sayings come from, but I just like they're gold.
Yeah.
You're a genius. You're a genius. I love it. Now it was on was it who were you interviewing? Son of a gun, I can't even remember who it was.
Maybe a George Hunt, maybe. Or
no, maybe. Well, it was on the Hoots on the Ground podcast, which was pretty awesome. You're a pretty smart guy there, Adam, coming up with them quotes. Like,
listen well, yes,
they're very helpful. Oh man! And then we got the journal out. So you got your journal, I got my journal. The journal is going to be making a trip to Hawaii with me. And the Grinch has threatened we're going to try to work on an affiliate deal since he's been accidentally doing some marketing for the Lean.
Yeah, I was wondering about all that.
Yeah.
What are you going to Hawaii for, Jess?
I am going to participate in a marathon.
Nice.
There's a marathon on Sunday that I will be at. That's the best I can describe it.
Do you have a
participation trophy?
Do you have a self-imposed expectation of that marathon?
Yeah. So the original self-imposed expectation was to run it in under 3.5 hours. And for a lot of reasons, most of them are like being human. There's no way I'm going to achieve that goal. So I decided to throttle back, and I have to convince myself that walking it, jogging it, a mix of that, and just enjoying the experience is the appropriate expectation. So that's
and Sunday's your birthday, right?
Oh yeah. Sunday's also.
So you get to celebrate your birthday and run at the same time.
Yeah, like they scheduled the whole marathon for me just for my birthday.
Yes,
so I have to show up.
That's amazing.
Awesome. So Saturday, 8 a.m. Central, we're going to be talking about self-imposed expectations. And I imagine the No BS tribe is going to be bringing in some pretty good thoughts, some pretty good questions about it, because it is all introspective.
Yes.
And it's intended to help us, achieve some healthier outcomes.
Yes. Can I close with a quote just because I ran across a quote today on LinkedIn and it was amazing and I want to give credit. So
probably something else I said.
Probably, yes. So I ran across a quote today and it was by Esther Hicks, and it says, "As you begin to state what you do want, rather than clamoring about what you don't want, you come into your own power. When you come into your own power, you feel better. And when you feel better, those who love you also feel better. So it's like owning all of the stuff we're going to talk about, but just when you can stop worrying about what you don't want and stop talking about those things and talking about the things that you do want, because it's about you, it can change perspective. So anyway.
Yes. And it's contagious.
Yes.
It leads into the people around us.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, then I say we wrap.
Yes.
No,
and you have a good flight and make sure there's no internet issues in Hawaii for Saturday.
Yeah, it'll work out. If not, Adam clearly has a handle on the topic. So if
he does not want to be live with me. He is. I can tell. Look at him. He's like no.
I love it. I do not want to be live with Jen. You are 100% right with that expectation.
Let's see some extra squirming on that one. Oh, I love it. All right, y'all.
Okay.
OBS Tribe, peace out. We'll see y'all Saturday.
Yes.
Holla, 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 holla.